Hello friends, welcome to our channel Maths for Aspirant Mathu, and today we have got another lecture for you. And this lecture will be going to start of the series which I am going to cover in upcoming the lectures. That it will be totally based on OIDC, in which we are going to cover from basic to expert level. Just be with me. We are going to cover each and everything about OIDC. So before we start, so I want to start this lecture with a day-to-day life example. So we have Google, then we have Facebook, then we have Instagram, Twitter, and all. Okay. So if I want to log in into Google, what do I need to do? I need to create a user. Basically, email or password or username or password. Similarly, I have to do for Facebook also, Instagram also. So it will be hectic for a user to remember all the password of Google, Facebook, Instagram, and all these things. So to avoid all these headache, thing come into market, that is OIDC. OIDC is basically a single sign-on protocol which we used to do login into different service provider using one identity provider. What are service provider, what are identity provider, all the things we are going to know about details in upcoming lectures. Okay, so OIDC stands for Open ID Connect. Okay, so it is basically a SSO single sign-on protocol that we use for single sign-on. We have another protocol also, like we have SAML, but so but now we are totally going to focus on OIDC, and after finish of this series, we will concentrate on SAML and Auto. So I hope you have understood till now. So as we are going to cover everything in detail by basic itself, so first we will try to understand few terms that we are going to use in our upcoming lectures, and these are one of them, like authentication and authorization. Authentication and authorization. We won't go into details of it. Like we will cover the basic of it. Like you have a basic knowledge of it, like what it is, how does it work, why it is we are going to use in our upcoming lectures, and why do we use in OIDC or other protocols, that all we are going to cover in this video. So first we are saying authentication. So authentication is basically, I'm asking, who are you? So this is a question. Suppose if there is a web app or any kind of application, and if I go there, so first what it will ask, who are you and why should we allow you to log in? It is just like we went to suppose we went to college. So there is a guard. He will ask for ID card. So we show our ID card and he let us to get inside the college. Authentication is similarly, app asks for username or password. When we give that, it allows us to go inside the app. After that, authorization is there. So authorization is basically, what can you do? What can you do? Like in app, we have certain authority, like there is a user is there, admin is there. Everyone can't be admin. Okay. If admin have certain right, like it can create the user, change the password of the user, delete the user, but user does not have all these kind of right. So in this way, authorization is different from authentication. And if you want to take example of college, so in college also there are certain areas which we don't have access. Like we don't have access to principal room. We cannot go and sit in the principal room. We can suppose you are a student, you will go and sit in your classroom or your lab room. You cannot go and directly sit into principal room. So that is basically authorization. Now in this lecture, we will proceed with why. Like why do we need terms like OIDC, SSO, SAML, and all that? Just because there were some problems faced by us, like we will be mentioned one by one. Like first one, as I already told you in the start of the video, it said too much password, and it will be very difficult for us to remember password of, as I say, you remember password of Gmail, Google, then you remember password of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It will be hectic for you. Okay, so that was the one problem. Another problem was security risk. Like it can be attacked by some attacker or hacker, and once they get use of your account, they can do anything. And we see in our day-to-day life also, someone's Telegram account is used to hack, and they ask for the money to their friend or relatives and all. All these kind of risk we don't want to take. And another reason was bad user experience. Bad user experience. Suppose consider a hypothetical situation. Nowadays we don't face that, but suppose it's a hypothetical condition. You are Google user. Okay, you are Google user, and now you want to access Gmail. So when you ask for access of Gmail, it again asks you password. you want access of YouTube. When you ask for YouTube, it again asks you password. Ask you password. Similarly, you want access of Drive, and it will again ask you password. So surely it will create a bad user experience. User don't want to enter their password again and again for different types. That's why that was one of the problem faced by us previously. That's why these things came into market like single sign-on that we failed. Also SSO. First we will see about SSO. That is single sign-on. Single sign-on basically means it allows you to log in once and access multiple applications. As I discussed few seconds ago, like we faced the what if we were asked to enter the password of Gmail, Drive, YouTube again and again in order to access it. So that problem was solved by SSO. Once we log in into Google using our Gmail, and after that we can access Drive and what we say Gmail also, then YouTube and other Google application also you can access just by using this. In that way, we don't need to remember password for all these things, and we even if it is the same password for everything, it will be hectic for us to enter again and again. And that problem was solved by single sign-on. And now we will move to our main part of the chapter, that is OIDC. You might have thinking that the video will be based on OIDC. Then why do I cover? You might have thinking that as the topic is OIDC, why do I cover single sign-on, authentication, authorization? In order to understand OIDC, we should have basic knowledge of that. That's why I will explain all this term to you in very short, so that it won't waste your time too much. And now we are focusing on OIDC. So OIDC stands for OpenID Connect. Basically, it is an authentication protocol built on top of Auth. Previously, we used to have Auth, but it does have certain disadvantages, which is overcome by OIDC. And nowadays, most of the time, we use OIDC for login and all. So how does it, in this, it has two things. One will be IDP, that is identity provider. One will be SP, that is service provider. Consider one example. You want to log in into ChatGPT. Okay. So you went to Google or any browser and write ChatGPT and all. Then you get a login page of ChatGPT. There you have option of either you enter the login credential like username, password, or you need to do registration and all, or either you can directly log in with Google. So what we do, we click on Google. Okay. So here Google will be IDP and ChatGPT will be SP. So what happens when we click on Google or login page of Google will open. So when we click on SP, it send a request to IDP. IDP will check that whether this SP exists at their place. If exists, Google will open their page. We need to enter credential of Google. Enter credential of Google. And if we are already logging into Google, we don't have to do it also. Okay. So after that, when we enter the credential, Google verifies whether the user is valid or not, and it sends a token to service provider. A token which is actually ID token, identity token. And we are going to study it about detail in upcoming lectures, like what is ID token, access token, what is SP, IDP and all, and overall flow. There are various methods of OIDC also, like we have implicit method, hybrid method, output flow approach. All these things we are going to cover in our upcoming lecture. For now, just understand the basic flow of it. So what happens? We go to ChatGPT, we click login with Google. Google will open their login page. We enter the credential of Google, and after what Google will do, Google will send and token with the service provider. So what will service provider do? It will extract all the claim from the token and let us to log in into ChatGPT. You might have used it also with Facebook, like in Facebook we have option of login with Google, or any other. In Instagram also we have option of login with Google, Facebook and all. All these things are done by OIDC only. So I hope you have understood the very basic of OIDC, like how it works and how does all the thing done. And in the upcoming lectures, we are going to cover OIDC in detail. We are totally focused on that. Like we will cover all the types of it. We will also see demo of it, like testing with Google, Azure, Okta, GitHub and all. And after that, we will also try to build identity provider of itself. Like someone will log in with our app only. All these things we are going to do in upcoming lectures. And I hope you understand this video. There might be fumble in my teaching also, because previously I used to teach everything in Hindi, but now as the topic is important, it will also have the international audience. That's why I teach in English. And I hope you understand it. Please like the video and also subscribe it. Also share with your friends. Thanks for watching the lecture.